Oh, it worked. Test, hello. Hold. Aha. Hello. No, I'm at a hotel. Can't hear you. Muted. Hello. I shouldn't be muted. I'm in a hotel and freaking gosh darn.
Nice. Winnable.
Yep, Sova's hit 65.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Wait, 65. Chase him down. You have one bullet. You have one bullet.
Oh, no,
You have one bullet.
There's a lot
That's
going
on
on
me. That's
there.
on me.
This is crazy.
Oh, there's a lot going on there.
This forever.
There's so much going on. Okay. Honestly,
His Nazi army killed them with missiles from Zionist warplanes.
You don't see what's offensive here? Is that
What's offensive is the graphic design on that. What is going on there?
Yeah.
Why is he's
why'd you laugh, Yall? Why'd you laugh? Why'd you laugh there? Is there something joyous? That was a little chuckle, wasn't it? Something joyous about this? You think it's funny? Huh? You think it's funny? Why'd you laugh? Huh? Why'd you laugh? Explain. You think it's something's laughable? You think it's funny? You made a little jucky joke? Why'd you laugh? Mods, what are y'all doing? What is this? Now, if I open this up and I see cock, I'm unmodding you both. Okay? I will unmod you both. Why? Don't you do it, little bear. No, you didn't. Why are you doing this to me? Let me stop. Emma, what's up? What is that noise? Is that just, does anybody else hear that? Pantano's gonna do that when he wakes up. Pantano? sense it happening. It doesn't. It's not happening when he wakes up. He has a wet dream already. It's already out. He's gonna wake up and like, why are my pants wet? You know what I mean? Open up Twitter, and then he's gonna come a second time. Stop it! God darn it! John, stop taking my stuff! Stop taking my stuff! Stop stealing from me! Stop stealing! Stop stealing! I give up. I quit. Who cares? Whatever. I'm done. I'm done. I give up. I give up. Obviously, you guys don't want me to succeed.
Because as long as your son is around, your God King, oh my God, your career gonna stay afloat. I'll give it to you.
Yeah, it's just like, what does he even say, bro? He's like, yeah, so long as Hassan's still around, you're gonna be a very large and popular streamer. Yeah, you may be hot and sexy and stuff, but like, you're mean to Ethan, and I don't like that. I'm not a big fan of the government. Not a big fan. I live like a capitalist every geez Louise, King Henry, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. I'm a big friend of King Henry, though. I'm a huge fan of the monarchy. I'm such a huge fan of the monarchy. 30 on 30. Flash is a bottom? No, Flash is a top. Reverse Flash is a bottom, but apparently they're both switches because now, originally, the reverse Flash was the bottom and the Flash was the bottom and the reverse Flash was the top, and the Godspeed is. Well, that's not right.
As you were in 2016 to not show up to vote.
By who?
By Russian bot farms. And you think you're direct repercussion. And
what a dummy. Your clip is a pretty good clip.
Who benefits from it? Donald Trump. Who benefits from Donald Trump? Putin.
No! It got me 2 times! They got me 2 times! Oh, that's behind. That's so behind. Jeez Louise. Test, hello. It's fine now? Yeah, but my camera is lagging. It's not chopper delayed. That's good enough. You're behind, we can hear you. That's fine then. It's fine. It's whatever. What's up, chat? Have a good conference? No, it's in freaking. I mean, yeah, the conference is fine, but it's in freaking Denver. So I have altitude sickness. So now I have to wait 10 seconds for it to catch up. Live from Spain? No. That's a thing. Is there a lot of water help? I have this. Apparently, they give water out in cans. Is Dasani a Coke product? If it is, they don't give any water out at all. Or is it Aquafina? That's the Coke product. Dasani is? Oh, then yeah, no, they don't give out any water. That's crazy. They gave out absolutely zero water here. That's wild. I can't believe this hotel would give out zero water. You didn't seem tall until I saw your IRL stream. I'm always tall. During the boycott, listen, I didn't drink the freaking water. And don't let anybody tell you that I did. It's a lie. They would be lying to you. Kind of dehydrated. Honestly, I might be. Boycott the hotel. I paid for nothing at this hotel. It's a very nice hotel, though. But yeah. I was tall. I'm 6 foot something. It's not as terrible, though. RB were saying you weren't as tall as you claim. I don't know who lie like that. You visit TK in Aurora? You're gonna pay for me to go there? Did the song just get banned? That feels like bait. But now I have to check. Baited. No, he's live. I was baited. Indeed, indubitably. No, just an F. She went down, it looks like. It wasn't me, I didn't do it. Anyway. I don't go live for like 2 days. 2 days. And the world's on fire. The world's on fire. You stopped at Culver's? No, I flew here, so I didn't stop anywhere. I got banned in his chat and Mike's chat. I can't help you with that. I was confused when I was watching Graham earlier. I wasn't even watching any of it. I was literally just getting updates from my Discord because I was in a freaking conference, like a normal person. You probably should have been live these last 2 days. I don't know if that would have helped. Anyway, I'm not talking about any of that, chat. So sorry to burst your bubble if you hear from me to cover whatever that was. It's not directly, and also not today. Right? I'm here for one reason and one reason only. And that is to cover these made the volume too low. The volume shouldn't be too low. The volume should be just fine. Here, I'll turn it up just for you. I'm here to cover. Let me see if I can pull it up. I mean, if you're watching a song, you probably know what I'm doing. What I'm doing here. While I'm here. Let's see. Hold on. I can just add it like this, can't I? Window. Window. Oh, here it is. I'm going to cover this. So, if you may or may not know, this is something I talked about a few times over the past few months. And as recently as like 2 days ago, right? Banner Chatter's logs. Listen, that is the point to this. Very recently, I found myself just like not watching Hassan's streams. This isn't for anything that Hassan did specifically. Even though I have my critiques of Hassan, as you know, I don't keep them secret, right? There's a lot of people outside. I don't know what that's about. But I found myself watching Hassan's streams just less, right? The environment that is crafted and that is created is just not one that I feel that I want to participate with pretty consistently, right? And so, I think yesterday, like a few hours ago, right? I literally we just broke from the. They're gonna go out for dinner. I probably won't go, but I had just broke. I came upstairs, and I opened up Hassan's stream, right, to see what he's talking about. I opened up his stream, and within 2 seconds, literally, I'm not even joking, within 2 seconds, right, I get added in the chat, and this is the message, right? It's just listen at Sean the Black. And Hassan's going off about like, be charitable and be normal and the left is repulsive and all that fucking shit or whatever. And I'm just like, I don't want to be here. You know? I don't want to be here. I don't. I have not chatted in the chat in like weeks. Right? We can go through my logs. Right? We can go through my logs, but I have not chatted in the chat for weeks. Right? Because the chat feels hostile. Right? No, not feels hostile. Like, fuck it, it is hostile. Right? It's hostile. It is. I literally hadn't said anything all day and completely I've literally been offline all day. Right? And I purposely do not critiques of Hassan into the chat and start mouthing off in the chat to derail the stream, right? Because it's not my place. And even then, even still, I can't even watch the stream without being attacked. Literally. It's insanely antagonistic for no reason. It just is. And I don't even like bring up my critiques. I talk about it separate, like in my stream, what my issues are. And if it's big enough, I'll bring it up to Hassan himself. I don't go into the chat starting shit. I don't go into the chat starting drama. And even then, I can't even watch the streams with being attacked. He's bugging him. We talked about it when we had our conversation live, like literally live. I said the chat environment feels hostile, right? It feels hostile. I didn't even do anything. I didn't even say anything, right? And they like to pretend like it's like, oh, they're just shitters who are always just coming in here and stirring up shit or whatever, right? And like before this conversation, right? Before this conversation, you had chatters yelling at the chat by being like, oh, don't be nice to Cutie, don't be antagonistic to Cutie. And Hassan is talking about how repulsive like the left is for like the normie space. But I'm just like, is it like fuck me? Black and brown people? Is it fuck black and brown leftists? Is it fuck us? Right? Because we spend all of this time talking about how repulsive we are to the outside. Right? But when you start to think about it, it's just like, oh, it's how repulsive we are to like white people. It's how we come across to white people, right? When people say like the average person, when people say normies, they mean white people. They're talking about white people. And when we say, hey, we don't feel like this space is safe for us, it's fuck you. But if you're like a normie, and a normie's like, hey, I don't want to be a part of this space because it feels unsafe. They're like, oh no, that's just the fuckers over there. Those are just the woke scolds over there. That's not us. That's not us. Please come back over here. Please come back over here. When it's people who hold bigoted ideas, the space is directly catered to them, right? But let me say, hey, I want this space to be a little bit safer. And then it's, who said this was a safe space? Right? So we want this space to be safe, right? We want the space to be valid, to be open and accepting, right? Of people who hold shitty beliefs and opinions. But I literally am minding my own business, trying to just open up the stream to just maybe even see if it got a little bit better. And unprompted, I'm being attacked. I'm being called out. And it's frustrating. But I'm seen as the crazy one when I say I don't feel like I want to be a part of this chat anymore. Right? I'm seen as the crazy one when I say this community is not for me anymore. Right? And that's a frustration that I know for a fact is echoed by other black and brown people. For a fact. Does nothing to do with you, that was racism or no, I disagree with that. I disagree. I'm not writing this off as a singular, isolated chatter. I'm not. Because it pisses me off. It pisses me off. Right? This whole be normal shit. Because you know what's normal, chat? White supremacy is normal. You know what's normal? The patriarchy is normal. You know what's normal? Transphobia is normal. This shit is normal. So no, I don't want to be fucking normal. I want to be better. And I don't want y'all to be fucking normal. I want y'all to be better. So fuck that old be normal shit. Be better, chat. Because we should be better. Why should we not? Do we not have an expectation of being better? Right? So what does it matter if the space is growing? What does it matter if there are more people in the space, if the space is still directly hostile, the same way it was when Hassan had 10 viewers? The same way it was when he had 30 viewers? The same way it was when he had 300 viewers? What is the purpose of growing the space if the space is not actually being safer? What are we doing this for? Are we not speaking out for marginalized people so that it's safer for marginalized people? Are we not advocating for marginalized people so that it's safer for marginalized people? What is the point of any of this? Why are we doing this? Why? It doesn't make sense to me. Why are we garnering power, right? Why are we trying to grow the space if we can't utilize or leverage that power to a little bit safer for the most marginalized among us? And it's frustrating. It's frustrating because it's not just me. I see people, right, who don't have the privilege that I have being a, right, at least being able to explain myself on a broadcast that people will watch, right? Chatters who are just coming in and immediately being taken as bad faith and being kicked out of the community. And then we're surprised when like random black people on TikTok are like, hey, this Hasanabi guy, I don't know how I feel about him. And we can keep throwing those people out. Like, sure, we can keep doing that. But then we're surprised when people like Asmongold gain prominence. Asmongold does not gain prominence, right, just because the right wing pushes him, right? His rhetoric has a level of allowance from even the left wing people, right? We've just decided that fighting for marginalized people is a losing battle. Fuck stopping people from saying slurs. Let the R slur come back. You know, Colin Kliskey can run around and saying the freaking R slur on Twitter, right? Because dark woke has returned. Why should I care about what you have to say if you are so quick to write off our communities when you find it's a losing battle? How am I supposed to trust white leftists when they are the first people to sell us out when they have determined the battle is lost? Am I not supposed to be frustrated by that? If I'm not supposed to be upset by that? And I was going crazy. I was going crazy for the last fucking week when I saw progressive people, supposedly, when I saw leftists, supposedly, and by the way, fuck leftist shit, right? Fuck that. I no longer identify as a leftist. Fuck that. Call me a socialist. That's it. Fuck leftists and fuck leftism. I am not a leftist. Do not address me as such. You will call me a socialist. You will call me a communist. Call me a fucking Marxist if you want to. I am not a leftist. I am not in community with these people. If that is what leftism is, if leftism is selling out these communities at the first sign of you finding the battle is lost, then fuck you. Fuck you. These are my supposed allies? Really? I was so frustrating the last fucking week. The last week. We're supposed leftists were trying to reduce down this ex-Blackwater mercenary, Nazi tattoo haver running around here, right? Like it's not a big deal. If you want to vote for Graham fucking Plattner, vote for Graham Plattner. If you want to advocate for Graham Plattner, fucking advocate for Graham Plattner. But don't sit there and act like this shit is not a big deal. Don't sit there and act like, oh, actually, we need to support Graham Plattner because this is a litmus test for the Democrats because he's well supported. Yeah, because he's fucking white. And it goes to show that you care about his whiteness more than you care about really protecting marginalized people. That's it. That's it. You like that white people like him. And that's all that matters to these people. And I'm supposed to call them allies fighting for marginalized people? They don't care about marginalized people. They do not center marginalized people. They center whiteness and whiteness only. And that is white leftism. That is it. That is it, and that is all. It is the centrism of whiteness. It's whiteness and whiteness only. It's whiteness folk. How do we win white men? How do we win white normies? Why are we repulsive to white men? White men won't like us if we do this. We need to say slurs to attract white men. It's only specifically about white people. And I thought we were better than this. I thought this was about protecting marginalized people. I did. I thought that was what this was about. I thought that I was joining a movement that was for the protection of marginalized people. Because that's what I signed up for. I didn't sign up for selling out these same communities, right? For a guy who says things that white people like. Now, if you say something that white people like, that's cool. That's sick. Go for it. But I'm not supporting that at the expense of marginalized people. And I damn sure not going to reduce down the abhorrent behavior of this person just because he's what white people want to hear. Because that's it. Because what you're saying is you're telling black and brown people that their issues come second. And white leftists have been saying that for decades. That's all they've been saying, really. That's why I was so upset about the fucking universality conversation, right? We address white people's needs first and foremost, and maybe it'll trickle down to you, and then we'll get to whatever racism you're dealing with later. That's it. That's it. That's it. We are at the starting point of what do white people want? And if it helps black people too, that's fine. Right? If women benefit from that too, that's chill. You know, if trans people get a leg up for that too, that's okay. But first and foremost, if white people benefit from it, that's what they market to. That's their shit. That's their shit. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Because where do I fit into this? Right? At what point should I advocate for my rights? Really? How am I supposed to trust white when they talk about how bad racism is, and then they ignore it when Graham Plattner was talking about black people don't tip because they're fucking cheap? I'm not saying do fucking Oppo research on this guy, but I'm saying at least acknowledging, yeah, that's kind of a fucked up thing to say, and he should apologize for it. How am I supposed to trust white leftists when they can't even fucking identify Nazi iconography? Like, I swear, the amount of high-profile left-wing accounts that came out the last week that said, I didn't even know what a totem cloth was. Wow, that's crazy. Fucking high-profile, supposedly well-read leftists cannot recognize Nazi iconography. Really, really. And I'm supposed to trust you about where this movement is supposed to go? So when you tell me that this is repulsive for the movement, this is the left eating itself, I'm supposed to trust you that we're a part of the same movement? How can you call yourself a fucking anti-fascist when you can't recognize fascist iconography? That's like literally the one thing you're supposed to be able to do. That's it. That's it. But honestly, I don't think none of this matters to them. I don't think any of this matters to them because they have one goal and one fucking goal only. And that is how do we appeal to white men? Because that's how they want to build a movement. I don't want to be a part of that movement. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's perfectly the white opinion is treated. I know that's a major issue that leftists have. They forget that it's all workers, or they don't even realize that they own a credit system that it's exactly the same. Yeah. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It is. It is frustrating. Cause I wish people were more honest about what their intentions were or are. I do. I do. Right? I wish they would just say, I only care about attracting white men. Right? Because I will know that I know that you're not in community with me. Right? You can do that shit over there, and that's fine. I wish that people will be more honest to say, I want to attract white men. I wish people were more honest in saying that. But now I'm being lied to. I'm being lied to. Acting like my needs are being addressed. It's literally FDR shit. I'm being lied to that my needs are being addressed while it's very clear that they have a very singular focus. A singular focus. It is a battleground of how do we get the white men? It is. You have conservatives fighting for the white men. You have the liberals fighting for the white men. And you have the leftists fighting for the white men. And that's all anybody cares about. Fuck the black and brown people who were on their couch in election night because they feel disenfranchised and they felt no reason to go vote for somebody. Fuck them, right? We must address the white male shift. 18 to 24-year demographic. We have to address the Joe Rogan constituency. That's what we must do. And that's it. And it's frustrating. And people are frustrated. Like black and brown people are frustrated. That's why I made my tweet yesterday. Because I needed to make sure that I wasn't crazy. Because I felt like I was crazy. I felt like I was crazy. And when I went through all of the black and brown communists and socialist accounts and anarchists, I had to give my respect there too, right? Like literally all of them were saying the exact same shit that I was. All of them. All of them. I saw maybe a single black person that I looked through on their Twitter account, right? That was like, I'm sure Graham Plattner has changed. I went through over like maybe a dozen and a half, like 18 to 20 accounts. 18 to 20 accounts. And all of them were like, why are white leftists whitewashing this shit? And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Because I think people can change too. And it's why it fucks me up when people are like, you're just intolerant to change. You're just resistant to change. I'm not. Hassan openly admits that he was transphobic in the past. If I was resistant to change, I would throw him out too. But I don't. He said the N-word in the past. If I was resistant to change, I would throw him out too, but I don't. I'm not resistant to change, but I swear people need to at least demonstrate. People need to demonstrate that they have the capacity to change first. And Hassan said today, he said, all that matters to me is what you're saying now. And I'm sorry, but fuck that. Fuck that. Genuinely, that is not all that matters. What all that matters is the totality of the harm that you've caused. That's what matters. What matters is the totality of the harm that you caused. And if you caused a fuckload of, you should be doing a fuckload of restitution for that harm. That is it. That is all that matters. Right? Because that's what rehabilitation is. It's not just saying the right things in this exact moment. If that was the case, Candace Owens would be the biggest fucking communist of all. Would be the biggest anti-Zionist on the freaking internet. If that was the case. Right? Right? Marjorie Taylor Greene would be the biggest anti-Zionist in fucking Congress. Maybe not that far. But you know what I mean, if that was the case. Marjorie Taylor Greene would be a bigger anti-Zionist than Bernie fucking Sanders. If that was the case. So no, I don't take the specific minutia of exactly what you believe right now to be the totality of your belief system, right? Because if you believe the correct things now, but you are unable, right, and you refuse, right, to condemn your past behavior and work towards change for that behavior, you're not a good person now. You're not. Right? That is a part of who you are now. And I'm sorry, Graham Plattner running around here saying I'm a proud the Marine and Army veteran, right? I'm proud of my service. I love being in the infantry. That's not restitution. That's not being anti-war. That's not rehabilitation. That is not changing. It's not. You cannot acknowledge the harm that you've caused, right? And then look back fondly on the totality of your service. The only thing that should be leaving your mouth is we should not fucking be there and I should not have fucking done that. That's what I want to hear from you. That is restitution. That is an acknowledgement of harm. I don't want to hear how proud you are of your service. I don't want to hear about you and your Marine buddies going on a super fun trip to Croatia and getting a tattoo that you had no idea what it means that represents your service, that represents your position. That apology video was him reminiscing fondly on getting a Nazi tattoo. Did y'all not see that? It was literally him fondly reminiscing on him getting a Nazi tattoo. He was like, yeah, we were fighting in Fallujah, right? And then we had to stop in Croatia, and yeah, me and my buddies, yeah, Jim, that's you over there. We were like, we do what Marines do, you feel me? And we were like, we got a tattoo party. We walked in the tattoo shop, and we were like, that is a fucking sick skull and crossbones, bro. We are machine gunners. That represents us. And I got that shit. Yeah, of course I did. And I didn't know what it was at the time, and no one told me what it was. That's how we told the story. Is that somebody who regrets getting the tattoo? Or is that somebody who regrets getting caught? Right? Is that somebody who regrets having Nazi imagery permanently affixed to their body? Or is that somebody who's trying to save face for their Senate run? And I'm not even saying that he can't change. I'm not even saying that he still can't change. I'm just saying that he has not demonstrated that. So why are we preempting his change? I said why, but it's a rhetorical question because he's white. It's because he's white. It's because he's a white man, and the Democrats, right, the liberals and the leftists think that will work in their favor for attracting the white male demographic. That is it. That is the only thing that matters to them. That is the only thing that matters to them. They think Graham Plattner is useful to them to attracting the white male demographic because that's all they care about. That's it. Do y'all understand how that's frustrating? Do you understand how going through your entire life, imagine it, right? White chatters, I beg of you, right? If you are a white, cis, like heterosexual male, if you're a woman, you get this, you understand it. It may be different for you, but you get it. If you're trans, you get this, you understand it. It may be different from you, but you get it, right? I want you to just imagine going through the entire life like you're the fucking side character. Just try to imagine it. Imagine every single day of your life, you're the fucking side character. And that's how society treats you. Second fucking fiddle. And you find a space that's supposed to be for you. And you find a space that's supposed to speak towards your needs. You find a space that's supposed to center, or at least attempt to center, who you are. And you're the fucking side character there too. And that is a life of a marginalized person. That's it. And if you even dare, oh, don't you fucking dare attempt to speak out about that. Shut the fuck up, black person. This is white people time. Why are you wrecking us talking to white people? Because that's what they mean when they call you a wrecker, chat. Why are you fucking up what we're doing here with white people? Right? We got a good thing trying to approach white people here today. Why are you fucking that up for us? Because that's what they mean. That's what they mean when they use that term. That's it. We're trying to attract white people right now, and you're fucking it up with your woke nonsense about trying to be safe in a space that's supposedly supposed to, at least try to center your voice. So imagine you live as the fucking side character in all of society, and then you have an entire section of the media landscape fucking loaded off the backs of your identity. And you're like, hey, can you please speak to me for a second? Can you at least attempt to center my my personhood here? And it's like, fuck you, we're talking to white people now. And now imagine you speak up for yourself a single time. You fall into the position. You are the largest black leftist content creator on Twitch, right? And you have a lot of angry people. A lot of angry who use you as their vector of anger, and you become the guy, right? You become the mascot of that anger. And for the white leftists, you become the mascot of fucking woke. You become the mascot of wrecker behavior. And no matter what you do or what you don't do, when they have anger at wokeness, when they have anger at record shit, when they have anger at radlib shit, you're the face that pops into their head. And you become a vector of their anger. For months. Now imagine you go to a space that's supposed to be safe for you. You go to a space that you've fed into for 57 fucking months of your life, that you've uplifted, and that has uplifted you. And you open up stream on a random day, and unprompted, people are using you as their vector of anger. Do you know how that feels? Do you understand how that feels? Because I don't think you do. Because as a black person, you learn. Hold on, I need to freaking charge my freaking my phone. Hold on. But as a black person, you learn, right? Society teaches you to not talk about racism. You can't talk about the fact, right, that your mother left corporate America because there was a ceiling put on her career, because she has the audacity to call that shit out. You can't talk about the fact that you and your father were almost run off the fucking road being called slurs because of the color of your skin. You can't talk about the fact that every second of your life, people look down on you. You can't talk about the fact that you get dozens upon dozens of comments that you try your hardest not to read, and you try to go to a space that is supposed to be safe for you. I don't think you understand how frustrating that is. Because what do you do? Where do you go? Who do you talk to? Who do you talk to? Because the most you can do is sit down in front of your computer screen, set up your phone, set up your nice little camera you bought for yourself as a gift, and press the go live button, and hopefully you can make that space for the next you. So that's all you can do. But even then, just knowing that most of the population, most of society just won't take you seriously. Even for people who will then go outside and then proclaim your rights. People who will assign themselves the label of anti-racist will never do you the respect of taking 2 seconds to see what you have to say for yourself. And I don't think most of you know what that feels like. Some of you do. Some of you do. But I know most people don't. I don't know if there's anything else to say, honestly. I just don't. That's it. That's it. There's no conclusion. There's no follow-up. There's no next steps. There's no, here's what you can do.